Alright, so it is time. So I'm going to be talking about this infinite game. I'm going to be talking about specifically TCG card investing. So everyone has heard of the big three. So the big three is Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and Yu-Gi-Oh! So when you're trying to invest, you want to look at the market cap because that's going to be where most of the opportunity is going to be. There are other cards that I will put in there will be Dragon Ball Z / Dragon Ball Super, very iconic franchise. And then outside of that, there's other cards that I wouldn't put much stock into. The reason why is it probably will be a collectible market, but it's mostly speculation for the rest of these cards. And I will mention some other non-TCG cards as well, but particularly Magic the Gathering is great, and many people think it's number one, but it's actually number two. Pokemon is number one because you have a larger group of people who are into Pokemon. Just because of the shows, the video games, all that, and then you have more celebrities in the Pokemon that grew up with it as a kid. So that's why Pokemon is number one and has over $100 million in sales, and a big chunk is video games and cards. So cards for Pokemon is number one, and that's really the best possible TCG investment. Really the best possible investment you can make is whatever you know. So if you know Magic better than Pokemon, then Magic is better for you. But Pokemon, as far as market cap and opportunities, Pokemon is really the best because there's more people going to heard about Pokemon and people get into Pokemon, and there's more nostalgia with Pokemon than Magic the Gathering. Number two is Magic the Gathering. This has been around since the 90s. Extremely large market cap, great cards. I mean, people are going to be investing in probably like dual lands or certain things like that. Very strong collector and gaming blaze, people who play the game. And even the trailers for some of their products are actually really good, despite it doesn't have a show to back it up. And there's no, as far as I know, no popular video games that come out for Magic the Gathering. Number three is Yu-Gi-Oh! Very slept on. I know Gary Vaynerchuk and some other people, Steve Aoki has spent, I think, over $100,000 on Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I think more people are going to be spending a lot of money on Yu-Gi-Oh! Market cap about $20 billion. Half of it, or more than half, is cards. So huge. So then there's Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. You know, market cap for Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super is $24 billion. However, here's something that people really need to understand. When it comes to Dragon Ball Super, cards is like maybe 1/7 of the entire IP. So people are gonna say, oh, we have Dragon Ball Z Super. There weren't that many people who played the cards. I think there are gonna be certain cards that will be very valuable, like Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I do think Super Saiyan 4 Goku may be, big. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, certain transformation forms, maybe Mystic Gohan, and things involving power levels will be very popular. And then certain super cards, there's still, the game is newer. It could flame out. I don't think it will. I think the game is actually doing a pretty decent job. However, that's something to be cognizant of. I do think it is in the collectible range, but it's still a lot of speculation. There's not a lot of stuff graded, and people are just kind of like going out and buying things, and people trying to figure out what can I collect for Dragon Ball Z. I think the best is probably action figures and old video games, like sealed and graded. The next thing is, so those are the top three, and then Dragon Ball Z is number 4. So then there's some other ones that are in the speculation. Dual Masters, speculation, I wouldn't buy it. You're taking huge risks. It's very popular in Japan. So if there's a large collection market and people in Japan culturally want to be into it, then yes, but not really a large collection group there. Same for Digimon. Still, the card game kind of took off in Japan, but didn't take off here. They have a new card game, but it's still speculation. You don't have as many collectors A lot of stuff is very cheap, and a lot of stuff that's really going up is more speculation than anything else. Because I did play the card game, but you know, you can't even find a guide, I don't think, to like show you how to play online. I think you just have to, if you get the original box and open it up, you know. And if you buy anything from Digimon or Duel Masters, I would just get the original boxes. I wouldn't buy individual cards, and I honestly wouldn't buy graded cards. I mean, if I buy graded cards, you may want to buy Omnimon or, you know, Black War Greymon or Greymon, War Greymon, or I believe Metal Garurumon. Some guys like that. But I wouldn't spend, one of my favorites is Paimon, but I wouldn't spend too much trying to get individual cards. I would really just buy the box sets that are unopened, to be honest with you. That's Digimon, very speculation, but I do like it, and I do think it can take off. Duel Masters is a lot of speculation. And same for Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT, the card game. Buy the original boxes. Try to buy the first edition boxes or the limited edition boxes. That's going to play out better in the long run. There's some other ones, you know, Naruto, Bleach, Inuyasha. I wouldn't waste my time. It's speculation. You can buy the original boxes, but I don't know anyone who played them. There's some stuff that came in Shonen Jump. If you know, PSA, BGS, SGC, CGC, HDA, if they grade those things, fantastic. I wouldn't waste my money. I wouldn't waste my time. People didn't play the game. People really didn't collect them. There may be some nostalgia, but it's really just speculation. And those things, you know, it may be one card or two, but it's a waste of time trying to collect and figure those out. Next is Final Fantasy. There is a small group of people who did like Final Fantasy games. I wouldn't mess with Final Fantasy, period. There's some cool looking cards, but Final Fantasy is another one I personally wouldn't touch. The next one's One Piece. They did make cards for One Piece. Same. Not a large collection base. It really was just like a money grab for them to make cards and for people to buy them. Another one is Transformer cards. I wouldn't waste my time on that. They do exist. Probably the toys are going to be more valuable for that. Those are the main ones. I will go ahead and say a few more that I would be careful with. The other one is Lord of the Rings. It's not TCG, obviously, but it's speculation as well. Same with 007 cards. Those are both speculation. It may have some cultural significance, but people won't really care about that kind of stuff. Other games or other things that people are going to be trying to put money into. If there's an anime and they made cards for it, I think it's speculation. People don't have an affinity. I don't think anything is really going to beat out Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and Yu-Gi-Oh! The closest thing is maybe Digimon may have some relevance, but it was nowhere near in popularity in those. Yeah, Digimon really doesn't have a chance, to be honest with you. Same for Duel Masters, and same for Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super is interesting. And we'll see where that stands, but I think, you know, we won't find out for Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT until 20, 30 years from now. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is still extremely early. A lot of opportunities for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because a lot of stuff is still really cheap. And yeah, Pokemon, there's still a lot of opportunities for 2000 and up. First edition 2000 and up. So I would say those, and I still think there's a lot for Magic the Gathering. I just think it just takes more time, more energy to learn Magic. But yeah, I would say, you know, that's my take on the top TCG cards and whatever non-sports cards that you can invest in. There are a couple I didn't mention. I didn't mention Marvel or Star Wars. I'll do a separate one for that. And yeah, Marvel, Star Wars, and Harry Potter. I do think there's a place for those, but I'll talk about that in another video. So please comment, like, and subscribe, and please share this with as many people as possible. I'm trying to, hopefully at the end I might get 300 subscribers, and then continue up to 1,000 and continue to grow from there.